Today, you guys, we're going to get started with a guided relaxation that's going to help you to relax each part of your body that can cause tension in your vocal mechanism. I'm going to play a little music just while you get yourself settled, and where we're going to start is at a point that you can lay down or at least recline so that there's no tension on your body. I'm going to give you a few seconds to find that position while I keep playing the piano, and hopefully you'll find yourself in a more contemplative, relaxed state of mind. So let's get started with our guided relaxation. This is straight out of Freeing the Natural Voice by Kristen Linklater. Find a comfortable position, lying on your back or seated in a chair so that you can recline, and let your back just rest. Let your whole body give in to gravity. Send your mind into the soles of your feet and think of relaxing your toes and feet so that they appear to drop away from your ankles. Imagine your ankle joints are filled with air. Let your calf muscles relax so that the flesh, skin, and muscle just seem to dissolve off your shin bones. Imagine your knee joints filled with air. Let your thigh muscles relax so that the flesh, skin, and muscle seem to dissolve off the thigh bones. Imagine your hip joints and thigh sockets filled with air so that your legs do not seem to be attached to your torso. Let your buttock muscles, pelvic muscles, groin, and lower belly dissolve and melt. Be aware of your spine giving into gravity from the tailbone to the skull. Let the small of your back relax, but realize that there's a natural curve there. Don't try to flatten it out. Let the whole stomach area melt, dissolve, relax. Picture the area between your shoulder blades spreading away from your spine to either side. Imagine the rib bones as soft as the belly. Let them give in to gravity and release into breath. Picture the torso releasing along and across the floor. Imagine your shoulder sockets filled with air so that your arms seem hardly to be attached to your torso. Be aware of the weight of your arms and hands, heavy and abandoned on the floor. Be aware of your fingers. Let your attention travel back up your arms through your shoulders and into your neck. Let your neck spine give in to gravity, but realize there's a natural curve in these top 7 vertebrae. Don't try to flatten it. Let your throat relax. Feel the weight of your head on the floor. Let the jaw muscles relax right beside your ears so that your teeth are not clenched. Let the tongue relax inside the mouth so that it is not clamped to the roof of the mouth. Be aware of your face muscles and let them melt so that the skin of your face feels heavy on the bones. Let the cheeks relax, and the lips, the forehead, the eyelids. Let your scalp muscles relax. Now let your attention sweep back down through your whole body, abandoned on the floor, and imagine you could melt down through the floor. Take a little time to enjoy this sensation. Now become aware that in the middle of the stillness of your completely relaxed body, there is an inevitable, involuntary movement as your breath enters and leaves you. Let your mouth drop open. Lick your lips. Feel the cool air being drawn in from outside, traveling down to the center of your torso, and then feel it being released from there, warm, to escape again to the outside. Flop a hand onto your breathing area so that you can feel from outside a reflection of what is happening inside. Notice that the outgoing breath, the area under your hand, falls toward the ground as the abdominal wall drops. Now feed a huge, deep sigh of relief. Down into your body. Imagine the relief moving down into your groin, moving the pelvic floor, and then let that feeling and your breath fall out of you with abandon. The breathing area now extends below the navel, the lower belly, the abdominal wall, all seem to move in response to the sigh. I'm going to play a little bit of music while we just enjoy that sensation of total relaxation. When you're ready, go ahead and get up into a position so that we can sing a little bit. But in the meantime, just take time and enjoy that sensation of relaxation. Good. Take your time. Get to a position that you can sing. Let's try standing up. And let's just start with releasing any tension that's there in the jaw. So take a second and just massage that jaw hinge. Ah. 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 Let's release the tongue as well. Yeah. And let's relax the back of the throat by taking a big yawn. So just go ahead and allow that yawn to come. And stretch the body as it comes. We should feel in this moment just like the way that a dog or a cat does a long stretch that really involves the entire spine. So let's take one more big long stretch. Open the back of the throat as if you're going to start a yawn. And if that yawn comes, just go ahead and let it come. It feels so good. Don't apologize. Don't cover your mouth. Just let that whole yawn just happen. Let's do one more jaw release. Say yum, yum. Stick your tongue out. And then let's start with our breathing cycle today. Nice and easy. With your hands, index fingers under the front ribs, thumbs under the back ribs. Start with the release. Fill up around your fingers. Hold it firm. And then just a really controlled exhale, no pitch. Release. Breathe in. Hold it firm. Controlled exhale. Release. Let's try a pitch this time. Breathe in. Hold it firm. And just feel how that entire tire that surrounds your torso and all of the musculature that's there in the front, in the sides, and in the back, how all of that is supporting that note. Let's try it again. Exhale. Breathe in. Hold it firm. Feel when we release and we exhale that all of this is able to just empty. Let your shoulders fall down. And let's make sure that the posture is balanced. So head loose, balanced on top of shoulders, balanced on top of hips. And your balance of your feet is completely divided between your ball of your foot and your heel. So make sure you're not putting any more in the front than in the back, and everything is measured and balanced in between. So now let's try a 5-note scale. Breathe out. Breathe in. Going down. Release. Relax and let those bottom notes really resonate in your chest cavity. Breathe in again. Really let it be luxurious and decadent down there. Again. And feel that vibration vibration. Let that just be free. Any point that you feel like your jaw is tightening up, your tongue is pulling back into your throat, or there's any tension getting in the way between your sound and the vibration that's happening in your bones, take a second, identify that, try to release. Try to rebalance. Feel like your spine is pulling up out of the top of your head from the floor to your hips, to your shoulders, and up. And it's one long string that's attached to the ceiling. And balance your whole body on that. As much as you can, take time to relax that jaw as we continue. So I'm going to sit so I can play, but you can continue standing. And let's go to our bubbles. Those top notes to float up with no involvement of the jaw. Absolutely no pressure, just keep everything nice and light, get everything moving. I want you to switch to a yam. Yam, 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 yam. Take your time and be luxurious, as I said, be decadent in the sound. Let it resonate and feel it here in the cheekbones and just all through the clavicle, and let that vibration help to relax you. Stretch your jaw downward. And make sure your tongue is nice and flat and forward. Not pushed forward, just relaxed. So the Y should be helping you to push everything nice and forward and keep it out of the throat. Get any tension out of the throat. Take your time going from the Y to the Ah. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. So right here, let's switch into an M start. Me. Just so we can make sure that there's no involvement of the tongue in any of this, and that we're feeling that resonance that's happening right here in the cheekbones. Me. Me. again. Ming, M-I-N-G, and then we're going to switch it to an ah. Keep everything nice and forward so that there's no tension in the throat. Ming, ah. Now we can start building a little more pressure as we go. Ming, ah. Ming, ah. Lift and feel like you're biting into an apple. Keep it in pure head voice, or you can use your mix. Lift. Bubble, I would say that the biggest complaint that I've had, not only in terms of specific tension, but people not being able to hit their high notes right now. And that is because your jaw is clenched, because we're not sleeping well, because we have a great deal of mental exhaustion happening right now. That's taking its toll on the tension in all the parts of the vocal mechanism. So the more that we can release, let's try that bubble. Take a small breath if you can't sustain it. If you have trouble getting that raspberry, so just exhale, form a vacuum, and it just gives you exactly the right amount of air. And then to relax the tongue, let's stick the tongue fully out. And that puts all of the work down into your muscles. Let's try that again. Exhale first. And now let's try that on a pitch. Expand up into the top of the head voice. So if at any time you start to feel that your chin is coming up, make sure that everything is nice and down and relaxed, and take a second one more time to just relax that jaw hinge. Yeah. Let's take a second for a yawn. And let's do some octaves on a bubble. Don't push this past the point where there's any kind of tension. We're just going to try to get into that head voice. Stay on the bubbles. Again, without putting too much pressure. Take a medium pressure. We don't want to belt. This is all about just releasing the tension. Let's go into an E. So the goal here is to try to get your air to flow in a steady stream. You can take a breath wherever you want today. Don't feel like you have to make it to the end of the phrase. Take a breath wherever you need it, all right? start with that lift. And relax those turns. And just feel that flow of air steady all the way through the phrase. And one more for me. So let's finish just with a really gentle song. I'm gonna find that. And nothing that we have to push too hard. Really gentle. So all the way through this, I want you to go ahead and mix. Keep it light, keep it easy. We're not gonna belt anything. I want to encourage you today to make sure that you try something that doesn't require any kind of high notes, that doesn't require any kind of loud belting. Take the pressure down, take the pressure off yourself, and forgive your voice and allow yourself to let it be gentle, let it be beautiful, let it be resonant, let it be mezzo piano. Keep it nice and soft, keep it gentle, keep it supported, and just sing for the joy of it today. You can go back and check out that guided relaxation. And it's a good practice. I start that almost every day with just a relaxation from top to bottom to allow myself to yawn, to allow myself to stretch, just to make sure that there's no tension. You guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Thursday.